as far anybody in my hood, I don't believe they would say I'm fake. I might be humble. I'm a humble person, you know, and I have a lot of proof. Ain't nothing fake about me, you know. People could ask my juvenile history in the U files, you know. We use, you know, it's thanks to God that, like, you know, white people and some Spanish people ain't get starved to death. You know, we could send little kids to take their food. That's not my thing, but that's what they used to do. I used to beat them up, beat them the fuck up. You know, every day we have a riot with whoever. You know, at that time you could say I was rolling with like two blocks, Union and Lexington, were the last two legends till this day. The last two legend of Jersey City. I grew up in both of them hoods. You know, one of them passed away, may he rest in peace. I'm not gonna get into that. I already got into that. I've been with the last two legend, and everybody in Jersey City, Chilltown, Jersey City, know what I'm talking about. Union and Lexington. You know, I've been on both blocks as a minor. You know, I grew up on those blocks. You know, I raised hell in the youth house. No matter for what craziness, no matter, but I beat up motherfuckers. You know, most of them was white boy, but nobody in the hood, my side or bigger than me. It ain't even about that. I'm just explaining something. Could say they fucked me up in the youth house or played me the fuck out in the youth house. You know, so I went down Epsit, you know, Jamesburg. I've been down Jamesburg 3 times. You know, a lot of people from the hood that's in the hood, whatever they are, big man, gangbanger, whatever. You know, I was one of the person that wasn't scared when they give us to go Jamesburg to go to a program. Most of these motherfuckers went to programs. I never seen them in my life down Jamesburg. I probably saw them in the youth hours, but I was one of the motherfuckers down Jamesburg, and we wasn't even that deep, you know. It wasn't even that deep, but we never really got into riots. We always, for somehow, Jersey City in the early '90s, we always had. They usually give us fair ones, you know, and sometimes Newark have our back, but we never really have no riot. If it came to riot, Newark would have rolled with us, you know, and I've been called out to fight in bathroom, closet, you know, win some, lose some. And, you know, I fought motherfuckers in the hood too. Down absent. I don't have to name. That's kitty stuff to name. But I could name that I had a fight with a white boy. You know, with a white boy down absent, you know, I dropped him and I stumped him like about 10 times, over 10 times with the state boot. At that time, I was trying to kill him, you know. The officer was right there. You know, I felt threatened. So once I felt threatened, I had to do what I gotta do to survive, you know. At the same time, like I say, you call me out, I fight, you know. I got dropped down absent. Lips, Molly brother, you know, he went there with me to get a fair one. I got dropped by somebody from Atlantic City, whatever. You know, like I say, I win some and lose some. But as a man, I never really lost no fight, you know. I had a couple fights in the hood, you know, and I was in the middle of the hood. I went to Jimmy Dupree boxing gym between Grant and Murder. Nobody in the hood came to the gym, So I know nobody had no problem with me because it was legal to beat somebody up in the gym. The only op really op that came to the gym, it's past, was Dion. Dion from Gifford. I used to be on Gifford. He the only one that came to the gym. At that time I was about 150 to 165. And I couldn't be no more than 165 because the weight class that I was fighting in as an amateur. And I fought 2 times as an amateur, I lost. But ain't nobody in Jimmy Dupree gym could say they fucked me up. People that came from other places, mostly Union City, that could say they fucked me up. Anybody that came to the gym, I fucked up. Anybody that was in the gym at Dupree, I fucked up. And I go all over New Jersey. I go to Norg, East Orange, Patterson, to spar, ringside. I fuck everybody up. Only one place I spar, I could say I lost, but that person, I believe he probably was a professional, or he was more skilled than me, and we ain't even finished one round. He ain't do no damage to me. It was in Dewdrop. In Dewdrop, I was sparring somebody. I just had left my gym, Dupree, and Dupree always tell me don't go to a gym where you don't know because they was gonna fuck you up. He probably was mad at me because I think I was a little good boxer, and I think he probably called them. They matched me up with somebody southpaw. He had like almost the same technique as me, as a counter punch, and we was getting it the first round, and he was getting the best of me, and Dewdrop stopped the fight. He ain't do no damage. He ain't drop me. He ain't stumble me. He ain't daze me or nothing. He was just faster, more skilled. He probably was a professional because they go at it at Dewdrop, I don't know his background, but he did get the best of me in the fight. Even I didn't even get in my rhythm. It was the first round, and that's the only spar I consider as a loss. But I ain't even finished the first round. I didn't quit or nothing. Just Dewdrop, so he was getting the best of me. He was like, that's enough, and that was that. And then I continued going, but I got locked up. So I even got my my gloves, my cup up there, And for Dion, he he claimed that he dropped me, and nobody in the gym that could say he dropped me beside him, and ain't no fear in my heart. I was on Gifford with him, even Big Ike, I ain't fight him or nothing. I was on Gifford, and one day I was selling a bag of weed. This just a joke. I was selling a bag of weed. Ike big as hell, tall as hell, and he could bang. He tough. He took the bag of weed from me, and I was so mad, and I got it in his face. Ike was like this high to me. I was like, but I know I couldn't fight. It's some battle that you don't get in, So that was it. I ain't scared. It's just it's not what it is. But it wasn't no fear. I don't know what I'd do if he would have smacked me. I had a chain on. I don't know what would I do if he would have took the chain. But even Big Ike could tell you, I stood in his face like, psh, just don't know, like what? But he ain't do that. He just was like, Ralph, man, what is born, Ralph? Fuck you up like this. But he ain't touch me. He just like, yo, I will fuck you up, Ralph. When I was in his face, I ain't say nothing. And Dion, he could tell you, ain't no fear in my heart. Even though he claimed he dropped me, he only got one lucky punch off of me, and he ain't even dazed me or nothing like that. And he could tell you, a man that's scared of another man, I would just stood there, let him fuck me up. I was throwing mad punches at him, non-stop. And before we got in the ring, before we faced up, when we stepped in the ring with each other, and he bigger than me, and I just like thank God, because I wanted that shit, but I ain't want it on the street, and I couldn't fuck with him in the street, but in the ring is a different ball game, you know. And besides, he was about to quit. Dupree the one that told him he already put a foot out, and Dupree whispered something in his ear, because Dupree know how I fight, because he my trainer, and I'm very disrespectful, but I respect him. May he rest in peace. He probably told him something in his ears. Don't quit till the bell ring, and he probably told him to throw that lucky punch, but that punch ain't do shit to me. That's the only punch he got, and bow, and then the bell rung, you know. So ain't no fear in my heart. He could tell you ain't no fear in my heart, cause I fought him like a man when we was sparring. It wasn't no op gonna spar with you playing. They gonna try and knock you the fuck out. So he could say, "Oh, I was playing with him." Ain't no op gonna play with nobody. Even if we ain't supposed to hurt one another, no way in hell. He could admit that shit. It wasn't no fear in my heart. And one of his boy from the block was there, and he could tell you it wasn't no fear in my heart.